I'm out of YouTube jail. You just close it. It should be done in a second. So give us 1 second. We're double checking the audio and visual. Okay, we good. Everybody else is cool.
Our page is good to go.
Okay, con. All right. Hey, well, shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch of in Chicago here. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory
Unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathens, that look like the heathens.
That's right.
And to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, we give a sincere shalom. And somebody immediately on deck get Isaiah 32, 9 through 12. And get the Zechariah 13. I got 2/3 scripture, because these 2/3 men and women about to, the elect, the hopeful elect about to go through. It's gonna be even worse for you turdians, you two turds.
That's right, brother.
All right. And if you would, just to set the mood, let's play that video first.
Okay.
Just to get people in the mindset of what we're dealing with women here. And these are not just Negro women. These are all the women in the West. All these women are plagued. The snow too. Brothers big up in the snow. The snow in there's a lot. It's a lot. I can understand why some brothers want to deal with them, but the snow ain't shit either, man. None of these women are really are in order, man.
Bring it out.
And these women are not going to be in order until we're in our power. Literally. Literally, no matter how much they know or attempt to understand, how many shalawams they say and how many they cover their head, and them are some of the worst ones that I keep finding out, man. That'd be some of the worst ones.
I read the Bible.
So, but they're about to find out the hard way, man. But real quick, I understand why some of these brothers are going for their passports. I get it. I can't even be mad at them. But go ahead, play it, brother. Bob Bishop.
You set with
Like 300 guys.
What's your biggest kick?
I like getting fruit ate out of my ass.
What's when you book this for spring break?
To suck tonight. One time I got a chicken wing stuck up my vagina.
what do you bring to the table?
I'm hot and white.
What's something that you never told your dad?
Do you think whole phases are necessary?
Yes. I'm in that, so yeah. My dad doesn't know that I'm a giant whore!
What is your slut confession?
Okay, so last night I had a guy over and then I had another guy over to spend the night like 5 minutes after.
My most viral one was like my no jumper clip where I talked about 50 guys in one night.
If a guy licks me out when I'm on my period, I'll respect him more.
Coochie gets thick sometimes. It is what it is.
I have gotten strep 5 times from licking my own poop off of people.
I'm positive for type 1 and type 2 herpes. It's not like too big of a deal, I think.
Somebody get Proverbs, she wipeth her mouth. Bob Bishop.
So
So this is what men in the West.
Like 300 guys.
300 guys. All right. Yeah, man. This is.
And take note, this is part 3.
Yes.
Right.
So there's much more of the same type of shit.
There's 2 more parts.
That's right.
Matter of fact, somebody can go on one of them fancy phones and find the rest of it.
TikTok.
But we'll bring out those scriptures, Bob.
Yeah, you gotta understand too why you got a lot of men out there don't even want to be with these women. Period.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, man.
This Proverbs 30:20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness.
Right. That woman said that she had herpes. And that it's not that big of a deal.
Not that big.
And she's young. That woman's probably barely 25 if she's even that.
Right.
So that's bad, man. It is a big deal.
Right, and then when we come speaking on it and, you know, exposing the wickedness and telling that it's wickedness, we're the hate group, we're the bad
toxic.
guys.
Right.
Yeah, we're toxic. Yeah.
Right.
You want that Isaiah 32?
Barbecue shop.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9.
Can you read one real quick?
Yes, sir. This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 1. It says, Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment.
God, and so Elder Malcolm made the statement, man. These women will get right once our rulership, or Yahweh Shah's rulership is set up, man, which is our kingdom. That's when women are going to get right, man. They're gonna, and what happens when this kingdom is established? This place will be overturned, turned upside down.
Right.
And these bitches will be humbled, man.
Yep.
And it started. It's already started, man. You know that.
Just like the scripture says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power.
That's right.
Right? So right now they're willing to be like Esau, Edom, and do all this wickedness because the wicked is in power. And they want favor from the wicked, and simply they just rolling with the lust of their flesh. Right? And it says how, you know, it dwelleth no good thing. All right, in the flesh, all right. So
yeah,
let's
women follow power, man.
That's it.
That's all it boils down to. As the ruler is, so are the people.
That's it. And it don't matter if the ruler is the righteous or the wicked. And just so happen right now that Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked right now, and so they be just like him. You know what I'm saying? So this is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. It says, Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech.
That's right.
Many days.
It's like they're not listening to the Most High, they listen to themselves, and they listen to Esau, their pet, but they're the pet of Esau.
They're listening to Kim Kardashian.
Yes.
Right. That's who they're listening to. The Kardashian women are a model for many of these American women to follow, and all they do is really follow. And it's like you took the four women that was on that very promiscuous show, Sex in the City, and that mentality has become the normal and the measurement which women measure themselves up to.
That Cardi B bitch too. They worship Cardi B, and all her stuff. And she's one of the biggest hypocrites because she's been popped off many times telling bitches be one way, but then her guy saying you ain't doing that shit at the crib. So all you bitches about to do. Well, let him finish. Go ahead.
So going back to this Isaiah 32 and 10, it says, Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease.
The nigger woman, Latina woman, Native American woman are the most at ease, cool, not worried about shit. Any time of trouble, they call a 911. They got about 5 baby daddies. They got link. They got welfare. They got all these subsidies and entitlements. They literally like. Did you show me the picture of that one girl, the fat girl? She said, and she giving her prerequisites on if you have a problem with hitting me, it's maybe because you ain't got something to work with. Whatever. I don't forget.
Yeah, she said. Yeah, this girl that went to school with me, she's on the ground, and she's big as hell.
I mean, big.
And she said if you got a problem with her, men only don't want to deal with women like her because they ain't got the equipment to deal with it. It's like, nah, the equipment just don't want to work for you. You don't do it for them. Right?
Right. And the way of the westernized mindset right now is that
Lizzo.
Right. And you're good however you are. Forget about working on yourself. Forget about doing better. Going to work out, doing better for your health. Forget about any of that. Just as I am.
No, they actually had they said that he said women, he's like, if Lizzo's so beautiful, why do women get mad when I compare them and I tell them that they look like Lizzo? Because basically they're hypocrites. Cause they're like, oh, she's beautiful. Like, hey girl, you look like Lizzo. They're like, absolutely. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, these bitches are hypocrites. They're supposed to be a symbol of beauty, And yet, if you tell some girl she looks like Lizzo, she'll take offense to it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not just women. All these people a bunch of hypocrites.
Yes.
Right. All of them. Man.
Yep.
That's of this world, man.
Yep.
This is
So
He's still reading, brother.
going back to Isaiah 32 and 11, it says, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones."
So like in that ease and all that, Esau gave you a way out of everything.
Yes.
We got women's shelters. All right, not because you abuse, you just can decide you want to leave your man, go play a whore, you can go to a women's shelter. All right, they give you Section 8. Like when the pandemic happened, they bumped, you know, they bumped people off the list to put the new women on there. Say as the dudes that was on hard times, they put you women right on there, put you above them, man.
Men don't really have a place of refuge to go through if they've been abused by their wives. Which happens a lot. They don't have a place to run to. Men are protected the same. The family court system is very biased and imbalanced because it really everything is in the favor of the woman. Right. Even women who are actually forced to pay Title 4D illegal child support, and it is, their payments are always lesser than what men have to do.
Oh yeah, and even men get like the Eva bitch, the top model. She her husband that she just left, he has to pay child support for not just his kids with her, but the kids she already had with somebody else. You gotta pay child support.
You see what I mean? So that's a whole other thing. Real quick, brother, hold that thought. Don't lose it. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. It says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." So we're knowing these things, we get mad. A wise man get mad, and then all these gifts that have been given to both these 2/3 men and women. All right, they're getting all this support and aid from the government. You know, and even the celebrities, they're trying to keep their positions that hear the truth, know of the truth, but won't speak on it. All right, like how Jill Scott tried to recant the meaning of her song.
Yeah.
You know, why? Because she wanted to retain those goodies. So a gift truly destroyed the heart. It says, but better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So better is going to be the ending of this wicked place than its beginning. That's for sure. Back on you, brother.
No, it was something you were saying when y'all was talking about how evil these women is. It was a dude, he was married to his woman for like I think a good 7 years, but he kept feeling like, man, something wrong with her. She tried to kill me, so he ended up divorcing her, got rid of her, and then the next dude she ended up getting with, she ended up putting him to death, killing him in his sleep, and she ended up getting like 10 years for it. So his spirit was like, he like, man, this woman was giving me hell for all these years, and he like, and look to be known, she just killed her new boyfriend.
Right. So today, the Lord spared him from that.
Spared them.
Absolutely.
You know, he actually caught a blessing by removing her from his life.
Yeah.
So,
and all these goodies are gonna dry. It's drying up. Man.
Exactly.
All right, these different programs, they're not hitting the same for you women, man. Even just the fact that these men are becoming the passport bros, that's income, because these bitches use men for income. All right, they got a man for the phone bill, a man for the rent, a man for the car note, a man for the groceries. It's really fucked up.
And
right?
they got a man to
them out.
to finish off their sexual desires too.
Right? They got all the men for that.
But it's always one that they like more than the other. So that's typically why, and he usually want to treat it like shit.
Right.
So that's the one they keep around in most cases.
So going back to this Isaiah 32 and 11, it says, "Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you, and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats."
Yeah, they gonna lament, boy.
Yeah, but you'll be lamenting for the hot country girls, your fucking pickle with the peppermint stick in it, or your goddamn crab legs, your goddamn lobster, and your catfish. You're gonna be lamenting for all that.
No more scraps.
No more scraps.
Hey, but then even your essentials. See, you able to get your essentials off your different little EBTs and your Wicks and your subsidized housing and the Section 8s
Damn.
and the,
You send that
what
to me.
have yous and all the government
Free
assistance.
No
Yeah.
context.
Yep. And I'm talking essentials, not just see what the elders just name all the crunchy curls, all that. That's not a essential right there. You know what I'm saying? But the actual essentials, even when it comes to pads, and tampons, you know what I'm saying, and
now that blood goes stank.
man, and just all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a done deal. You see, and you were at ease and thought that this devil was for you.
Yeah.
All right, you're gonna find out real soon.
They already started a little bit, man.
Listen.
Hey, they're not, it's
Shemai.
social media shows you one thing, and what's happening to these bitches is totally different. All right, you got a lot of bitches, they living in motels. Hey, look, I was looking for some shit before I, moved to this crib over here. So I was on the Zoom for the court shit. I was on the Zoom for the court shit, the eviction shit. And there's so many bitches getting evicted. It's just backed up. They talking about Chicago. It's rough. These bitches are losing right now, man.
Mhm.
They get hurt. They living in motels, which is crazy because you spending more money now.
Yes.
They bouncing. They trying to find different deals. This motel, that I'm going to this one. This one is charging $50 a day, or this one is charging this much. Like it's really fucked up out here. These bitches, yeah, that's right. Hey, these bitches really now see what they once was doing as what they thought was they was doing it out of free will, going to do dicks to get the money for whatever they wanted to get. Now they're forced to do this thing. Now they got to go ahead and blow that rod to go get some damn food for their baby.
And when they had a man that they were doing that for who actually cared for him, they didn't want him.
They want him.
All right? And now, or they get rid of him, and now they go get in another relationship and to try to start all over again, and to do the same shit you was complaining about, you right back in the same situation.
That's right.
Except that this dude don't even care about you.
That's right.
Yeah, he already got burnt the last relationship, so he's like, fuck
You know?
man.
So it really...
Because the love of men is waxing cold. The Most High is putting that manly spirit back in men, little by little. You still got your simps out there, but the Most High, the more these women keep doing this nonsense. Why did Kevin Samuels get so big? All right, why did Fit and Fresh or all these other guys? Because men are getting sick and tired of being sick and tired of this shit.
These black bitches out here trying to blow ride for $20.
Yes.
Down. It's rough out here for their ass.
Right. And for a long time they did it. When the nigga woman had money and went on these trips and dealt with them dudes, the rent-a-dread and all that. See, it wasn't a problem because they were still getting dealt with. Now that this is still occurring and they ain't getting that ride, they're double salty, man.
Yeah.
That's why because it's basically just them being hurt. That nobody has patience for them.
That's why they're all over the date sites getting rejected and getting swiped left on.
Man.
All right, nobody wants to deal with them.
And what the scripture say? Ecclesiasticus 26:6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicate withal. Women are the most selfish creatures on the planet. Now I was watching.
You know what, brother? You so right. Like I was telling you about that whole date you app. You know, I've never been on a date app ever in my life.
Bring it out.
Recently, I had the stuff pop up, and I just started pushing buttons, and then it got to like, damn, like, I'm saying, oh shit, they want a credit card shit. I was like, oh, I ain't doing this shit, and I hit it, but I don't know what happened. You know, I'm not the most tech savvy guy,
Right.
but somehow, it's not my name. It's just a blank thing. That has my one of my email accounts on it, and literally 10, 15, 20 a day, non-stop, and most of these women are women that are middle-aged women with children, but they all single. Some of them look horrible, some of them actually look good. But the point is, I look at them and it's like I keep getting the notices, and it's aggravating. It's actually pissing me off, right? Because we went in and I said, man, stop this shit. But it's still coming. I still get the messages. Shit is crazy, man. And the amount of women on it is horrible. I mean, it's amazing how many women on just in the Chicago area. And so these women really are losing, man.
But they're losing so
that
bad.
means that there's nobody out there for them that want to, outside of them just getting smashed.
But they've been told by...
And they even saying that. Oh,
yes.
It don't have to be serious. And then you get the ones on there that say, we have so much in common. I'm like, bitch, there ain't nothing on there.
Right.
How do you know? You don't even know me. You just see a blank thing. It says new to the site, and they all just flock to it. So exactly.
And then every day I did on the dating app and went through the whole, for whatever my schematics, went into the line. And then the next day is a whole nother new here, new here, new here, new here, and then get to the end of the line. Why every day I got a whole nother 20, 50 being added daily? Every day, the women are losing, man.
So it's drying up in that aspect too, because men really are going their own way. And men don't want to deal with these women, man. And can you blame them? All right, did anybody ever find part 2 or 1 or 2?
I'll search for it.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, brother. Bring it
This
up.
is 2nd Esdras 16 and 19. It says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." So guess what? The fact that they're going to go through these things is going to be made for what? For amendment for the evil that they're doing, for them partaking in the wickedness. So it is going to dry up.
That's it.
All right, it says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of scourges." So guess what? They're going to continue, even though they're getting the scourges. All right, they're going to continue. It says, "Behold, victims shall be so good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case." And there's that false sense of security, because again, when the gas prices go up, all the commodities, all your stuff, you're going to end up having to pay more each time you have to go need it again, man. So that, I was watching in Argentina that they damn near have Spam cans in layaway, deodorant on little small bars. What? That's how bad the economy is. And it's bugged out. That's how you know Jake is idolatrous as fuck. During the World Cup, when Argentina was in it, they were going around and asking Argentinian citizens, because people were going to Argentina to get people's reaction to Argentina having a chance, right? And they're like, "Hey, what would you guys prefer? To win the World Cup or to fix inflation?" And they're like, "Oh, let's win the cup, because then it'll fix inflation." Everybody said the same fucking thing, bro. All these people are so retarded that they basically were like, "Look, bro, let's win in the field, and then we'll all feel better about having fucking Spam on layaway." This shit bugged out. Like, the Spam is like the deodorant where it got a lock to it. The Spam can is in the dollar store where they put the shit for individual key. Yes, a deodorant, a half a deodorant.
That's crazy.
And these people still they're getting scourged financially.
They doing the ice cream like that too. I just saw it today.
Damn.
They putting the locks on the ice cream.
On the products, the alarm thing.
Because you had nigga women going in there licking it and putting it back in there.
Oh yeah. Wow.
They were showing you they would go to Walmart, lick the ice cream, stick their finger in it, and then put it back in
These
there.
motherfuckers is stealing the ice cream, though. He said they got people coming here running in. They grab like 10 of them and running out.
Yeah.
They so fucking through. They can't even afford the damn Haagen-Dazs.
Wow.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I mean, I can see Haagen-Dazs.
No.
No, you can get some Ben and Jerry's, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, as the scripture says, never trust thine enemy, man. And this is what our people are doing, and they're trusting the basically the mindsets and the molding that the wicked is doing to our people. They're giving them credence, all right, and not knowing their ultimate agenda, man. And so here it is. They take a hold of these mindsets, and it just flip everything upside down. That's why the scripture says how that the foundations of the earth are out of course, and all this madness and chaos and wickedness and like I always say, rape, rob, murder, death, kill, wars, envy. It stems from these mindsets, but they love to have it so.
And like you like a video with
You
Dr.
found
Umar.
it. Send it to
Yeah,
this old tired broad, 65, 3 kids. You still trying to be out there?
Hey, look, God is a universal term. They can all be one of them.
There was a video with Dr. Umar talking about this bullcrap saying, you talking about you basically get women in your neighborhood raising their kids, and they've been doing it for 50 years, but now you men want to be mad and all this bullcrap. But you got to understand where it stems back from what Esau Edom did. See, Dr. Umar, he a bitch, man. I think he really just a sellout.
He's controlled opposition. He's controlled opposition because he's very effeminate.
Yeah.
He's
Nah,
extremely
so-
effeminate. He's not masculine at all.
Right.
And he's very pro-woman.
Putting a front.
He's very pro-woman, and then he doesn't acknowledge a lot. He acknowledges some things in some history, but he doesn't acknowledge what was done to the purpose. Or what's the word that I'm looking for when they take your balls away?
Castration.
Right. So castration, financial and social castration of so-called black men in America. All right, exactly. He don't acknowledge that. Like these men are just this way because all these men that are all messed up and violent and walking around with their pants hanging off their ass and shooting everybody, they were raised by them same single women that he's trying to defend. That term, you know, because why? Because the men were not, and that shit started actually in the '60s, man.
Yep.
I'm from the first generation of children that were the result of that, and so now everyone in my age and up to now, I've repeated the cycle and it's only gotten worse.
And what's crazy is I remember him saying this, man. I'm pretty sure it was him. He was talking about when it happened. It was feminism. The woman left the man.
Yep.
So how do you, in turn, now blame the man for the woman leaving the man?
Exactly.
He went into the numbers before, how black marriages, I'm 100% sure it was him. He went to the numbers how black marriages was still pretty high, even during slavery, even during after slavery up until feminism.
Kevin Samuels go through that.
He went through it though. You know, he explained it. So what changed? Right. So when did it change? When the woman decided to follow after, like y'all can say, Esau's fucking formula, and now it's full with death, man. My own mama asked her, because I didn't meet my father for like the first 3 years of my life. I remember when I first met that side of the family. I asked her why did it take so long. He ended up passing away after me just being around him for a few years. And she told me it wasn't nothing he did. She literally told me it wasn't nothing he did. She was listening to her mother and her sister, my auntie, and a narrative that basically America pushed out there that she can do it by herself. She say now she look back and regret it. But she flat out told me that was a narrative they pushed.
Yep.
Esau pushed this shit out there and you niggas ate up.
Yep.
Point blank period. That's all what it boils down to, man. And now look at you. You fucked. Now look at you. You as much as you like to say you don't need a man, everything you do is to get everything you get is acquired by a man. That's why you said a man needs to make this amount of money. A man do because you know you need a man.
Right.
But you're just fucking proud. You can't even put it in your mind that you really say you need a fucking man. You goofy.
They push that shit in the commercials even, man. Some of y'all might be old enough to remember that. I can fry up the bacon, put it in a pan, and never let him forget that he a man, and all this other
Yeah, I
stuff.
remember those commercials.
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman.
I'm a woman.
Right, yeah. She was saying never let him forget he's a man. I remember that. I think it was something about shaving their legs.
Yeah,
or some shit.
absolutely.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah, but
Is it a big commercial or something?
I got a scripture though.
Yeah, they would not. That commercial would not be popular with women today.
Bring it out.
Absolutely. But this is Sirach 20 and 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. We'll jump down to 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Like I said, that female that y'all had up on the thing, she wasn't a bad looking woman. But guess what? She said she had 300 men.
The majority of the women in that really weren't bad looking. Most of them were actually, I would probably, you know, at least half of them were attractive. All right.
Yeah, but you find out 300.
But then, you know what? You could be fine as hell, but your attitude and your ways make you extremely unattractive.
Fuck you up, absolutely.
Make you extremely unattractive, man. And you know what? Thinking about that commercial that you were talking about, all those women were extremely effeminate, very attractive, and they all were talking about catering to their men.
Absolutely.
Because she was saying how she could still go to work and do all
this,
but she run home
and
to
handle
take
all
care of the
that.
house, and how she's a woman, and that's why she can do it. And now it's the complete opposite.
Hey, them bitches crying.
Like, no, you cook for me.
Help.
Yeah.
I need some help.
And it is because especially with all these wealthy women that's mainly on this damn site that are complaining because most of my clients, they got nannies.
Yeah.
They have babies they don't even have to take care of. They got maids. All right. How the fuck you gonna look? Because I know, you know, I'll say their names. I ain't saying their last name. Nobody know them. But Kim divorced Rick. Rick was, you know, they both were independently wealthy when they hooked up. Rick increased their money to the hundreds of millions. All right? And I remember Rick used to complain to me about her. The whole time she's still trying to give me the pussy.
Why?
Right? But I'm like, you know, I wouldn't do that. You know, I wasn't with all that. You know, and I would always check her because she would talk to him certain ways, and I would tell her because they both were my clients. So when I was alone with her, and I would tell her, don't do that to him in front of me. That ain't cool. I would straight up tell her, don't do him like that. All right? But she left this dude, and this dude built out because they lived in a very expensive home on State Parkway, not State Street. You know, once you cross Division, it's no longer State Street, it's State Parkway. And if you ever walk down State Parkway, right, gorgeous. And that building, man, and she did all that for him, and about maybe 7-8 months ago, I got a text from her. So I'm like, hey, what's up, girl? You know, we off the BAM, and she's like, you know, yeah, it's been a long time. I want to get back in shape again. Here's the pictures of my, you know, her daughter. She's showing me all the pictures of her kids. I knew them all when they were little. They all grown now. And she said I'm a grandma, like she's a glamorous grandma. All right. And she sent me the pictures and everything, and I'm chatting with her. And she's like, yeah, we gotta go do coffee and reconnect and all that. And I'm like, I'm like, cool. I said, well, tell everybody I said hi. Tell Rick I said what's up. And then she stopped talking. Oops. You know. And then I found out she didn't divorce Rick.
Right.
So that be her third wealthy man that she married. All right. And this is what she does. And this is the same bro you heard me speak on before. The one who said, marry a Jewish guy, but fuck black guys. Whoa. That was her doctrine to all the other women. That's what she would tell them. All right? And her friends knew it.
She sounded like a Pony Express rider. Ride the motherfucking mill in, jump off the horse, jump on another horse.
Brother, that's how I got her as a client. One of my clients was actually trying to hook her up with me. She said, I got this chick I want you to meet. And she ended up becoming a client. You know, you don't do your money because once you screw your money, you don't get the money. Right. And so I figured that out very quick.
Now, this is Muslim guy right here. And he did this video. It was on, I think, the TikTok, and it made over to the gram. But it shows you what we always preaching and teaching, the silliness of these bitches and the jealousy of these women, and how by ratio of women to men, these women are losing. All right.
Sir, you have a problem. You have in your country 7.8 million more women than men. If every man in America got married, there will be still 7.8 million women who will not be able to get husbands. And we know every man will never marry. Man gets cold feet for so many reasons. You know that? There are 25 million sodomites. Ooh. You call them gays. Another 25 million women can't get husbands. Then your prison population, 98% are males. Your prison population, 98% are males. I said, your problem is getting compounded. You laugh at us. I said, the laugh is on you. The laugh is on you. Marry women of your choice by 2s and 3s and 4s. But if you cannot do justice between them, marry only one.
But the point is, these women are losing. When you look at the math, if there's
that's crazy
8 billion people on the planet, and this is approximately 6 to 2 or 7 to 1 ratio, you have billions of females without a man, and that's exactly what it is, because everybody's following this Western mindset of monogamy, which is not biblical. And then the women are going to say, oh, that's because you want to be horny and have a bunch of, I want to be horny and have a bunch of dicks too. No, men are made up in a different set. The Lord made us up in a whole different fashion. We are not women. Women have the women set of mind. The Lord says
they
a woman's
with every man. They bond with every man that they fucking.
Well, the scriptures say a woman's heart will be, a desire will be into her man, singular.
That's why these women are so bugged out.
Yes.
Because like the image that the brother just sent me, this shit is crazy. The problem is, and you figure this is on a regular basis. This image. Hold on, let me bring this image back.
You can't show it.
I'm not gonna show it. I'm a speaker.
It's like I was.
All right. It's basically it's a damn clock of penises. You got one at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, all the way to 12, and the number 12 is the club. Number 1 is the makeup. Number 2 is the iPhone. Number 3 o'clock is clothes. 4 o'clock is a birthday. 5 o'clock is a job. That sounds about 5 o'clock. That's about right. that at work husband, and you put the at work wife on the screen. All right. Hold on.
Oh yeah. That's it,
Number 6 is the scratch card. Number 7 is the teacher. Number 8 is the smash call. Number 9 is the rent. Number 11 is the hair. Number 10 is the hair, and number 11 is food. So that's 12 penises, and they all point to the middle of the clock. And in the middle of the clock is one little kitty. All right, and so and that's normal. And then, like Pop said, your science, real science, has proven that every time a woman receives DNA from a man, all right, inside of her in any way, form, or fashion, whether he's shooting it into her womb, he's shooting it into her booty hole brown, right? Or if he's shooting it into her mouth, it attaches to her brain stem. It attaches to her very spine. It attaches to them. So that's why these women are so batshit crazy, is because they got too many attachments. You are dealing with all these. When you get with a woman, she got spirits on her, and then you got them different types of sperm. So when you're dealing with a woman, all right, you're not just dealing with her. You're dealing with all the men that she's been with in the past, including the most alpha one, which is the one she tends to take on, even his personality. And that's why a woman can actually be into you, but yet still be against you at the same time. All right, and I heard Murph say something that become my motto. All right, and it makes life easier. All right, and that statement is that this was never your woman. Talking about my wife, the mother of my child. She ain't your. Was you her first one? If not, you can't say that. This was never your woman. It was just your turn. And as long as you can embrace that fact, I don't care how much you feel about her, how many babies you done had with her, she ain't yours. Because other people done bust in her before you got there. All right? Point blank, period. All right? When you think about that when you're spending all this money on this, and you going to work and spending all your money on it, man, you should be spending all that time learning about your ethnicity, learning about your Lord, your Savior, your King. That's right. Learning about your heritage, man. All right? Put that first. The women will come. All right? The men of the Lord going to have more women than they want.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And they gonna
you
love
better
it.
believe that, man.
And when the Most High play, like the scripture said, you said it earlier, my people will be willing in the day of their power. And guess what? I'm gonna be an asshole. That's right. Because I can only imagine those that's gonna come crawling back and trying to get back into. That's right. And no, I see you on the other side.
Hey, not only that, like I say this all the time. A lot of women that be on the comment board, they're single. And they understand this already. Hey, fuck y'all, because y'all hear the men of the Lord steady complaining about these women that they dealing with, but yet you trying to wait for the Lord, or I'll wait till that time comes.
Absolutely.
And look, now is that time. You need to be trying to join yourself to a
They don't even know.
Now.
They don't even
But
know.
They don't care. We'll show you that they don't fucking believe
That's
for
right.
real anyway.
That's right.
Me personally, I think it's gonna be just these regular average day bitches, these hoes. These ratchet hoes.
About the harlots. He said the harlots making them before. He said the harlot making them before the Pharisees. How much more a woman that thinks she knows she Israelite?
Come on,
Fuck that. That's goes with the same.
Come on,
brother.
brother.
The woman is worse. If the Pharisees, if it says whose mouth must be stopped, especially with a circumcision, and it tells you that all wickedness is little to wickedness of a woman. The worst man is a man who is Israelite, is a piece of shit. The worst woman is a woman who's Israelite, who's a piece of shit.
That's right, brother.
It's the same way. It's going to be a lot of harlots that's going to be the ones waking up in America, man. A lot of these women, we're going to be getting a bunch of fresh meat
That's right,
from
brother.
South America, man.
Bring it up.
Yeah.
The northern kingdom.
Yeah. A lot of brothers
Now
got.
brothers can stop hating on
And then
us.
great, and then and I guess all you black only Israelites is y'all gonna be ass out.
Hey, what's crazy about you say that? A lot of these, what's happening now, the CPD, the men are dealing with the immigrants that's coming over.
Oh yeah,
And minors.
Right, yeah, and minors, but what's
Which is the
happening
only reason it made the news. Because if an adult police officer, grown man is having sexual relations with a grown woman and it's not rape and it's not pedophilia, why would it make the news? All right, so either they're dealing with underage women according to Esau standard, or we're talking about prostitution or rape. All right,
more than likely.
So, but nevertheless, that's the only reason it will make the news. But what you expect to happen? Because I've seen some of these women, thousands upon thousands of women came across that border, and some of them are fine as hell. I've been seeing them, and some of them be on Michigan Avenue downtown with their little ones. All right, and a lot of them women are very attractive. Right, they all downtown, you know. All right, there's some of them out there with their husband too, but there's a lot of them that came that don't have husbands. All right.
Yeah. A lot of them in the hood. We saw them on 79th when I was picking you up.
And they mixing and mingling and kicking it with
Jay.
you.
Heavy. And the brother, you got one too. The brother,
This is Isaiah 30, because really, it's because our people then took hold of Esau society, and this the result of it. You know, this is Isaiah 30. I'm gonna start at 1, but the point is in 3. Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover what they're covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. So now that's why you got a lot of our women out here, oh, why we can't find a man, oh, why our men don't want us no more. Nah, bitch, you drunk the juice.
Yeah, you see it on the comment board. They complaining. Nobody protect the black women. Bitch, you said you don't need no man.
You independent. But the word independent means I don't need you.
You're strong and independent. Why somebody got to protect you? You strong and independent.
I got something real quick. So this is from worldhistory.org. And the same thing like the scriptures were saying, alluding back to how our people took on Egypt, because Egypt embraced that feminist ideology as well. So this is what...
well, Egypt fell and it is no more. As a matter of fact, Egypt is full of Ishmaelites now. It's not even full of Egyptians.
That's right.
So how did that work out?
It failed, right? And the same thing happened to Rome, right? So this is worldhistory.org. So this is the conclusion of this long-ass article. It said, Roman society then centered on the family and emphasized the role of the father. Much later, the absolute power of the father would weaken, as many of the more traditional social norms would be challenged and broken down. Unlike their counterparts elsewhere, Roman women would gain a modicum of independence, and their children, or at least the wealthier ones, in which now you can be a lowborn and everybody's independent, right? It says, became free to marry whomever they wished, right? It says, in the latter days of the Republic, many public figures, one of the more notable was Cicero, claimed that the decline in Roman morality and the loss of old established values was a reason for its fall.
That's perfect.
And that's where we at now. All right?
Wow.
It's the same kingdom all over again. The role of the father has been completely diminished.
Yes.
And now that's why everything is out of order and these women are failing. Hold on, wait, if I may. So I'm going to get this real quick scripture. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 3, verse 9. It says, for the blessing of the father establishes the houses of the children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations.
There it is.
Tear it down.
That's why everything is all fucked up. That's why these women are losing. All right, that's why you have so many single mothers that are just fucking
when the shit hit the
damsels in distress. You got all this independence, but you still in distress.
Brother, when the shit hits the fan, all these women, these single women, they really it's gonna be bad, man. And the shit is gonna hit the fan a lot sooner than you think. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 11. It says wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is a profit to them that see the sun. So wisdom is good, and wisdom is something that's lacking in this society. Completely lacking. All right? For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it, man. And so the true wisdom starts with the fear of Yahweh B'Shem Shai. And it's your first defense. It's your first defense. And a lot of these women don't believe in Yahweh B'Shem Shai. They still calling on the name of Jesus. They still calling that C word. That J word. Or they feel after COVID, they felt turned on by be let down by the churches, so they turn to witchcraft now.
Yeah, they big on that witchcraft now.
I mean, that's what they do.
What's crazy? And what's crazy? That you wisdom. I see this on it says having a sister wife is a benefit to the family. See, these women are completely dumb. For one, me personally, I deal with that situation, but you know, it's more than one streams of income in the house.
Hello.
A lot of you women wouldn't be fucking struggling the way you are.
Stupid.
Big dummy.
Working so hard.
you wouldn't have to work so hard. You wouldn't have to get that strenuous job. You wouldn't have to work all them fucking hours.
Have all the kids fucking shit on
you know,
just
all the,
you.
right. Then you got to think, if you don't want to deal with your man that night, you tired, you got another woman that's gonna keep him satisfied. And guess what? He gonna stay home. He gonna deal with what he got. Hey, when you need a car, let's say the car break down, all of y'all making money. I mean, even if everybody made $15 an hour, that's still $45 an hour. That's still middle class wages. You know, but our people, our women are so goddamn stupid right now. They don't see the benefit in it. They selfish. Right? But here it is. A woman say, "Oh, I don't want to see." See, the biggest thing I hear is, "Oh, I don't want my kids to see me dealing with a man with multiple women." But here it is, you let your kids see you with multiple niggas.
Stupid. And that's what it boils down to. The roles are reversed. All right, the woman has compassed the man.
Surely
that
you're turning
was
things
the huge
upside down.
uproar about motherfuckers is scoffing Keke Palmer's baby daddy for wanting her to be dressed properly and not all on this man's face.
She
And
they
defended her.
Right.
But they gave Chance the Rapper hell for dancing on the bitch in the carnival. Because he got a woman. Wait a minute, he's the fucking man. He can do that. Them bitches in carnival, they out there.
That's
right, bitch.
See,
This is just backwards, man. It's Psalms 82 and 5. All the foundation.
You know you got a wife. Why you out there doing
right, but then defend her.
Right.
So that's what you gotta think. And you know, you fucking simp niggas are the worst, man. You got simp niggas talking about if you gonna deal with a baddie, you gotta expect her. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
She ain't no bad bitch.
It don't matter if she was, bro. To them she is. It don't matter. To them she is. Point is, that's fucking madness. She's supposed to be a baddie for her nigga. Hey, the Lord is so. Hey, get second.
So if you got a regular woman, she gotta be loyal to you on her point. But if you got a baddie, it's okay for her to trick off.
You should expect that she gonna be approached by other dudes. You should expect she gonna do baddie material activities, shake her ass, twerk, be on some other man's face. You got the 1 Corinthians 11. Get to the point about they shouldn't have their hair uncovered for the her husband's sake. This is how serious it is for you to be covered up, because you belong to your man. That's right. What the Lord say, man.
That's right. And I got a couple. Come on.
Wow. 1 Corinthians 11:6.
That's right.
If the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and the glory of the Most High Power God, but the woman is the glory of the man.
That's right. Keep going to 10.
For the man
go to 12.
For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angel.
Right. The Lord is so serious about you belonging to your man. When you pray and prophesy, you got to have your head covered so the angels don't even see what belongs to your man. The angels don't even have sex. They don't lust. They don't go off. But it's so serious with the Lord that you belong to your man that you got to have your head covered because you belong to him. The angels can't even see it, man. Angels ain't trying to pop you.
That's right, brother.
They don't commit adultery. But you belong to him, and the Lord is very adamant about that, man.
Come on, bro. How are we about our women, man? How are we about our prized possessions, man? The Lord said the woman is the glory of the man. All right? So now you sit up there and put it out on Front Street. That's why you women... I got
It's talking about hair.
Come on, bro.
Because, look, when you take your hair down, they show it in all the little movies and shit. Well, say like it's a nerd. It's a nerd. That's exactly the image I'm talking about. That's when she getting sexy. That's your glory. That's why you women do all that extra for your hair. You know, that's your glory. All All right, so your man saying that's for your man to see.
That's right.
The different hairstyles and shit, that's your glory, man.
The shape of your body. That's why you're supposed to wear those long garments to cover that shit up. We men, we see beyond what you think we see.
That
All
bitch
right?
had on a see-through dress.
Yes.
There you go.
That bitch had on a see-through dress.
With her bugs out. With her bugs out.
Kiki did?
Yes.
Yes, she had her bugs out.
Oh, innocent Kiki, uninnocent Palmer.
Can I hit this real quick? This 1 Peter 3, and I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna start at 1 because for the simple fact she was all geeked up in front of another man's face. That shit. Only man a woman's supposed to be geeked up for is her husband.
That's right.
All right, this 1 Peter 3, I'm gonna start at 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your husband, to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, that they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wives, which is your conduct. All right, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting of the hair and wearing of gold or of putting on of apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even an ornament of meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of the Most High of great price. So what you supposed to be all geeked up about is your man. Let that be your deal. I can't wait to get home to see my husband, or she's so geeked up. But guess what? These women that had so much bullshit. Fuck social media. They didn't have so much dick. You know what I'm saying? That they feel like every man is expendable, and then a social media on top of that.
Yeah, especially because women that are not even attractive be getting big ups on social media.
Big fat nasty.
There's a lot of simps out there, man. And you simps are straight 2/3, man.
Yes.
All right, and you're gonna die the death of the 2/3.
I mean,
and I'm not gonna shed a tear for you.
That's right. A real man can come to a woman and tell her, "Look, I like your all natural hair. I don't like the fake ass cumbrellas. I don't like you shaving off a perfectly eyebrow just to paint on a little piece of shit eyebrow."
Or they'll go tattoo an eyebrow.
Or tattoo an eyebrow.
It's in Northern Kingdom. They tattoo they shit. It look like they surprised all the time. Right. You see her coming, you turning around. Because you think she done seen some shit like that. Man, they running up on us, oh shit.
But they so selfish. You can tell the woman what you desire, and then the woman cut her shit, put the wig on, the weave on, change everything, and you be like, "Baby, I told you." Well, I know it's for me. It's for her. Why you? I'm telling you what I like. And you're not giving me what I like. You're doing something else different. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? She wants to keep her options open. Like that one female said, I always got my main guy, but I got another nigga on deck. I got my friend.
Well, that's this image.
Yes. Guess what? It's funny that you say that. Like I said, there was a female out there when I was working, and she took the fucking weave out and pulled her hair out. I'm talking Pam Grier afro, sexy as fuck. Every man that saw her told her how good her hair looked. That bitch wore it for 2 weeks. Even her dude told her that. And the bitch couldn't last more than 2 weeks. She went back.
Because she got lazy, bro. Because this is another thing that these women are outside that they're lazy as hell.
Too much word.
They always say it. I get tired. They get tired of doing their hair. They get tired of raising the kids. They get tired of listening to their man. The bitch is Esau Edom. He is embodied the Esau's lazy ass spirit. Esau is lazy.
This brother been holding scriptures back here for a long time, bro.
That's right. This right here in Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 30. It says, "And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting." So you guys can get all beautiful right now, but what about in the time where you're going to get spoiled? All right, because that's coming. That's what was prophesied through the spirit power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the creator of the earth. All right, you have that coming for you. It says, "In vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee. They will seek thy life." And a lot of these women out here that came out in the video, they have one guy that thinks that she's only dealing with him. All right, and a lot of them don't find out, but the ones that do, Hey, what do you think they're gonna do when there's no 911?
Yeah.
All right.
Because a lot of these women that make these videos, there's some dude that was popular and thought he was the only one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden he like, what? His brother like, bro, check this out.
That's right.
Ain't that your girl?
That's right.
The last Skinbone video, he was with Daphne, the little porn star from Chicago, and the whole skit was he didn't know that she was a porn star. He taking her everywhere. Even his father knew she was a porn star. His homie knew. Everybody knew. So
Everybody
laughed. You know, laughing at him. Hey, but that's going into Jake following after these fucking heathens, man.
Right.
So y'all took hold of this damn Babylon juice and it's fucking you over. You took hold. Speaking of women, I stick to the topic. You took hold of the feminine spirit. You took hold of this Queen of Heaven spirit. That every man owes you whatever you fucking want in the world spirit. And you took that and ran with. Now you at the fucking bottom, and it's only getting worse. Now you're only good for what you put yourself out there as, and that's a slut. The only thing you good
And
for
mad
is to
because
be a cum bucket.
nobody, and mad because nobody want to look at you in no other way.
That's right.
And a lot of these simp dudes out there, all right, brother. A lot of these simp dudes out there, a lot of them are into that Kemet spirit, and that Kemet spirit is a complete simp spirit. They're the woman worshippers.
Super.
All right.
And it's a homosexual spirit too, because you go look at half the guys are homosexuals.
That gay spirit.
All that shit. They just fuck that pansexual shit, and that's that commit shit too.
Yeah, that's
Well, the Egyptians were known for their weird shit.
Yeah.
So they were banging men and banging animals and all kinds of shit.
Banging alligators.
Yeah, some of the biggest Judite female porn stars all got the Ankh tattooed on them.
Yep.
All of them.
Got the what?
The
Oh yeah. Oh, they always keep that.
Hey man, when you see a black woman with an Ankh, whether it be jewelry, whether it be a tattoo, that bitch is going.
That's sexual magic, bro. Right? That's the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Get it and run.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the crazy thing, you see white bitches be getting that shit on them now.
Nev Campbell.
Cleopatra, baby.
I'm seeing a lot of white women with Egyptian. They getting a lot of Egyptian shit on them now.
Yeah, they want to get
Nev
that.
Campbell had Ankh earrings on.
That Rumble in the jungle.
That's that fucked up ass poster that passed through Judah Benjamin Levi camps and whatnot as far as who they are, even though they call themselves Black America, where the motherfucker is leaning down with his shoulders up and the whole world and shit.
Yeah, she's sitting on top of the world.
Yeah.
Holding it up.
Yeah.
With the moon and the stars, nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett had
Right,
a
exactly. She was the world where the moon and the stars at.
Absolutely.
It's like, damn, I just gave the world. Let's go ahead, bring out your
Those
scripture.
for your other bitches.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3 verse 9. It says, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath to care for his elect. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imagination.
Excuse me?
Their own imagination.
So wait a minute. So these women who ain't acting right, and men telling them how to act, and they don't act right, they gonna get punished by their own imagination.
So they gonna get dick down by the dick club.
I got it right here. This is Isaiah
They could be
13.
the ones you pick though.
That's right. Hey, this is Isaiah 13. I got two of them. Isaiah 13 and 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Your little Ray Ray, your little Daishiki, all these motherfuckers that you put in your working all your so-called labor, taking other men's money, all right, and giving it to your little nigglets and niggerettas. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. All right, and that word ravish goes into rape. All right, this is the book of Lamentations, the 5th chapter. And this one gets a little bit more specific, letting you know that these Israelite women are going to get ravished too. This is Lamentations 5 and 11. They ravish the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. And if you go to the 4th chapter, they're going to tell you that what these women are going to be doing with their children in the day of that siege too. All right, this is all coming to the women for the lack of not listening to an Israelite man, not listening to Yahweh Shai, and then like every other race says it all the time. You don't see a bunch of Chinese women coming against Chinese men, a bunch of Arab women coming against Arab men. All these other races and nationalities come against their men. But soon you talk about a so-called black man.
They don't speak about it publicly.
Right.
Because the truth of the matter is, well, they're starting to do it. Edomite women are strongly against their men right now, collectively. All right, but you still don't see them making videos, Not on the level that the Judite woman
Oh, no,
does.
no.
And the same thing with a lot of Asian women. I used to deal with Elam a lot, and I know the Elamite women really don't like Elamite men.
They got it bad.
You know, they don't like Elamite men.
That's right.
All right.
That's why the scripture says they
It's
will
like
not-
the girl on the TikTok video. She says she likes black guys because they have nice personality.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
and this is Lamentations 4 and 10. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. So the Messiah says the Lord's going to overturn
You
the
had that
situation.
baby
Yes.
to collect, and now that baby's just gonna be your food.
That's right. And because the Lord said
You
once you get to
didn't
this
really care
adulterous,
and love that baby anyway.
right? Because the baby was made out of an adulterous relationship anyway. Majority of these women got 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baby daddies.
And the
All right?
babies be coming out demonic.
Demons, brother. Demons.
I got two situations. Boy, the babies are fucking demonic.
Yes.
And what's crazy, even with my daughter was just complaining to me about some things that's going on. So they shunned my daughter for trying to keep her little sister from doing certain things. So my daughter's starting to see the bullshit. You know, I've been dealing with her trying to get her to see it but she's starting to see it for herself now. So the black woman will tell her, "Oh, what's wrong with your hair? Her hair all, heaven." She got a nice, beautiful hair.
Glorious.
But they talk shit about it. You know what I mean? But she got the longest hair out of everybody in that motherfucker. And everybody else got scabs. Here it is. She got this glory, and they scoff her.
But they do, but that's how they do it though. The women, you see all the little kids, they got braids coming down halfway down their back. And soon as they hit around 10, 11, 12, what do you see their mama doing? Taking them to the hairdresser, putting the perm in, putting the relaxer in, straighten them out. And by the time they out of high school, the edge is not here, it's right here. And then by the time they in the late 20s, it's not here, it's right here. I just saw a video of a girl, her shit wasn't right here, it was right here, and they braided the back right here, put the weave on and on top, and now
Like
and now the
she
bitch
walking
out there
around
like this.
You can't tell me that.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, you talk. Man, I got it on here. I got it on my phone.
I gotta take a picture now and put that in group me.
And another thing about
Man, absolutely like the Predator.
And another thing about the
Golden
kids.
child.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Even better. Because you know they had all this ball. They got the one little small ass ponytail in the back looking ass.
And the thing on these children, like the scriptures say that the children is going to be a witness against it. So the children, right now, the first nigga woman who had the baby on me, her daughter's a complete demon. I mean, she's a complete demon.
So you talking about a woman who stepped out and had a baby with someone else?
Jenna. Yeah.
She brought in a heir by another.
Smoked her daddy.
So that's the scripture.
Lord smoked her daddy. The nigga a quadriplegic now. But now she ain't got, now she just a demonic little girl. So my daddy, well, I ain't gonna speak on that. He kind of raised, and I was like, look, that's not your daughter. Like, you treating her like that's your daughter. You don't need to spend no time with your grandkid. You worry about this demonic ass little girl who called my daddy by his first name. She called him.
No respect.
No respect. Hey, look, if you mind your business, why you talking like that? You shouldn't say that. Mommy say you can't talk like that. I'm telling my mama on you. Like look, I'm telling you, but it's worse shit than that. It's worse shit than that.
All that, man.
And then my daughter little sister, her sister is twerking and trying to fill on the other little kids. Yeah, and my daughter trying to stop it. And she say my baby mama tell her, stop telling on her so much. You hating on her. So and her daddy say, leave her alone. My daughter gonna grow up to be a bad bitch. It's her father.
The quadriplegic dad, man?
No, the other one.
You know what he needs.
Man, that's why the Lord.
Hey,
Give me that Zechariah. Did we ever?
I got it.
Bring it out.
I never dropped it. Straight to say.
And go get Ezekiel 9, and we're gonna run it down. We're gonna get ready to shut it down.
This Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And 1/3 is those going to be saved.
Those also the people who call on the name of Yahweh Bashem.
That's right. As Revelation the 3rd chapter puts it, man. you kept the word of my patience, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
Right.
So everybody's gonna go through fire one way or another. It's either gonna be fire by trial, like it says in Sirach 2:1, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. All right, you're gonna go through physical fire. They shall call on my name, like Malcolm just said, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. So the 1/3 that we say is going to be those that have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that endure whatever's coming their way and kept that faith. Everybody else is going to be toast. All right, if you beautify yourself for your lovers, hey, Ezekiel 23 goes into that. Your lovers are about to come put their foot up your ass. Your lovers talking about the nations, man. All right, you about to get fucked over, man. You out here slutting it up. All right? Guess what? Hey, the Lord finna send them motherfucking UN troops over here.
Yep.
Worse than that, the motherfucking Russians, these Chinese motherfuckers, all these different nations finna be in this land, man.
They're getting ready to get ran through by these foreign dudes.
Y'all gonna learn. Hey, it's talking about America.
They're gonna be running trains on you and putting cigarettes out on you while they doing it and
That's
taking
right.
turns.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, war is vicious, man. Not just the violence, the rape. All right, that's just a big part of it, man. Spoils of war. That you women are the spoils part of spoils of war. That's why we call your fucking asses booty.
Yeah,
Right.
they gonna see you. They gonna see you twerk.
That's
Yeah.
All right, and they gonna smack you and beat you around and treat you. It's gonna be bad, man.
It said the course of their actions shall stand in their, the course of their judgment shall stand in their power.
Yeah.
That Ezekiel, because he said basically they gonna deal with you how they want to deal with you. And I'm telling you right now, you got Keisha, these big booty bitches, chocolate and light skin and caramel, and they the biggest ass.
All
mouth.
these American women,
All of
and
them.
not just the Israelites, right? Because shoot, the snow running around there with cheeks for days.
Yes,
these
they
days.
are.
Oh yeah,
And they
right.
show it.
Volleyball players.
So they gonna be running through them, man. These foreign troops are gonna have a ball with these American women, man.
That's right.
What do you Americans call it? You twerk. Show me your twerk.
In Mother Russia.
Show me your twerk.
They go want it when they crew is done with her. Don't nobody else want it.
Oh, they gonna kill. They gonna use and abuse and kill them. See, the people don't understand. There shall come a time unlike any other time. The Most High said in Daniel the 12th chapter, what's about to happen is going to be unlike any other time. So you got to go to some of the worst times that we know of.
You think there's a trafficking problem now?
Right.
You wait. Look, they're gonna be trading you women like baseball cards.
Come on, man.
Nah, baseball
Right?
cards.
So they gonna be trading you like baseball cards. They're gonna actually be, you know, they gonna write. The dude gonna be like, they gonna go a carton of cigarettes to get you 2 women.
Yep.
That's
Right?
Yep.
They're gonna be doing that, right? Exactly. They're gonna be doing that kind of things, man. And some of these, and you got your young daughters, they gonna be getting them too.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's not when.
Sometimes your boys.
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, this happened during apartheid. It's a very famous account. The woman was going into them Edomite troops down there in South Africa, right? They raped her and her daughter, chopped her husband up, raped her on top of the husband's dead body, made her suck her husband's dead rod. All right? These motherfucking foreign troops, I mean, just Esau here, these are Edomites. All right, but all these heathens are just weird and crazy, but especially Esau. So it's going to be wild out here. And it's prophesied, Isaiah 13, I'm going to start at 12. I'm going to make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. And that man is talking about the Israelite man. We just read about the 1/3 that gets poured through the fire. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall move out of her place, in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. That's the final destruction. It's going to end with nuclear fire. So that's war. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as the sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone to his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. If you attach to the American way, you got the American mindset, and if you're in America, there's not an Israelite to be saved, you're toast. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, so the Lord ain't going to spare their young. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished.
There it is.
A big part of war is grapes. All right?
Without the G.
And plus just the all-around violence. Some guys just gonna get off this. And then you got another thing that St. Benji bring it up all the time. You're gonna have to deal with that too. You're gonna have an army of incels.
Oh yeah.
An army of them across that just literally have a hate for women. All right, you got these weird ass incels, man.
Yeah.
All they do is go to the gym, work out, play video games, and practice throwing knives and shooting and firing bow and arrows and shit.
Right?
So yeah, you're gonna have them guys out there. All right, we have to deal with them. Let's get that Ezekiel 9 and 4. We're gonna, 9 and 3, like 1 through 4. We're gonna shut it down. Whoever got it.
Ezekiel 9 and 4.
9, 1 through 4, brother.
Got it. Ezekiel 9. He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth toward the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand.
A slaughter, real quick. Somebody look up that word slaughter weapon. Get the yeah, get it in the Hebrew as well.
I got slaughtered.
Now you just keep reading. Let them get it. Or pause. Let them get the definition.
I got it in the regular English.
Okay.
Slaughter, to kill in a cruel or violent way, typically in large numbers.
Damn. So cruel typically means painful, because you could put someone to death. You know, like if they behead you, that's a quick, painless death. But if they beat you, torture you, rape you, and starve you, and shit like that first,
they call it manslaughter.
Right? And then behead you. Right. But then again, it also depends on how they behead you, because I've seen some pretty violent and painful slow beheading. Right?
The blade wasn't
not
that
like
sharp.
how when Joffrey said, "Bring me his head."
Right.
Right.
The blade wasn't that sharp.
That was one. It's quick. You don't even feel it. It's a quick death.
Right.
All right. That's the way a beheading is supposed to go. But when somebody's sitting there beheading you nice and slow,
with a jagged edge.
They call it a lowlander sword, but it says replicating surviving museum is a lowlander, or it's called a slaughter sword. It says in the 16th century lowlands claymore, it says these were known as slaughter swords.
Claymore.
Slaughter swords, and at nearly 6 feet in length, these massive swords were favorites among Scottish mercenaries. These mighty Scots, or swords for hire, would wield these swords with an untamed ferocity on the Gaelic battlefields, striking fear into all their opponents. But basically, it's like in mass amounts. They actually call it a slaughter sword because you basically
it was 6 feet long.
Yeah.
So you kill the dude and can hit the dude behind him too.
Yeah. That's like Conan.
Yeah,
like Conan, going out with that long ass blade. Yeah.
That word slaughter in the Hebrew is mapataza.
Perfect.
It says a smiting to pieces and strong. It says a breaking or breaking in pieces. A bruising or breaking in pieces.
Gonna break in pieces the nations.
That's the camp name.
Right, and that's literally the Chicago camp's name. But go ahead and finish that Baka shot, Pops.
Okay. A slaughter weapon in his hand, and one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side, and they went in and stood beside the brazen altar.
Keep going, actually. Go all the way to 6, actually.
Okay. And the glory of Yahweh of Israel was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was to the threshold of the house, and he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
You know what? Actually, we're going to go to 10 and then shut it. Yeah, go to 10.
Which means being against this shit, man. Not accepting it. If you accepting it, you're a willing participant.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we got to cry out against it. Speak against it. And Sirach says, return to the Lord and hate abomination, behavior.
That's right.
You motherfuckers are loving this
they
shit.
Love it. It's like the woman that
goes along with the rape.
The adulterous woman that didn't scream out.
That's right.
Right? Because she was actually liking what was going on.
That's right.
So she didn't scream out. She kept it to herself. All right. She secretly, matter of fact, She going back to that field at night, walking around in the dark by
Looking
herself.
for
like
you.
she can't.
I'm by myself, hoping no one finds me out here.
That's the same.
I got a nice warm blanket with food.
I'm a little hoarse, so I can't even yell.
I hope
I was at karaoke last night.
I hope no one snatches me into the bushes again.
Only the same gentleman was still around.
This
He's
is
gone now.
This is Romans 1:32, who knowing the judgment of God, they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. They love to have this as so. All right, and this is and that's the reason why the Lord is going to have pleasure in destroying your ass. All right,
Con, finish it out, pops.
Okay. Set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And we're the only ones that's doing that. Right. The only ones. The men of the great millstone and the brothers that teach the likewise doctrine. Right. We're the only ones doing that, man, because IUIC and ISUPK, they not crying out. Fun. They trying to be, they run it to Egypt for help. They trying to get along with Esau. Right. All right.
They pushing.
They're teaching and pushing a doctrine that's Edomite friendly. That's Babylon friendly, man.
Right.
All right. PC.
Friendly neighborhood Israelite.
Okay. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. For all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, that not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
And we're waiting for this. We're looking forward to this.
That's right.
Slay utterly, old and young,
That's right.
both maids and little children,
Man.
and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
We all remember that famous video, man, when Apostle Tahar ran up to the camera and said he's gonna be jumping over these Edomites to get you.
Absolutely.
Right? And now we get it. You know? He gonna be doing Sifu flips.
That was powerful when he did that too, man. Because you could see that.
You know?
Yeah, that was powerful because you could see the anger.
You could see the anger. He meant that shit.
He meant that shit.
You know? Yeah. And now we understand.
And when you sit there and you sigh and you cry, like
we get it.
Say, for all the abominations that are going on. And while we're sighing and crying, they said they have not lamented. They have not danced. They have not mourned.
We got that spirit like Jeremiah.
Yeah.
You know, he went from that love area. We all do it. We all went through it. Want to pray for all Israel. Everybody wake up that love. Tell everybody the truth. And now we get you niggas.
But the Lord put that spirit in Jeremiah. He cut Jeremiah. Man, Jeremiah said, and then Jeremiah was like, man, fuck these people. Because after a while, it gets to you, man.
That's right.
And Jeremiah was young, man. Young man.
Okay.
Go ahead, brother.
And began at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. And it came to pass while they were slaying them, and I was left, that I fell upon my face and cried and said, Ah, Lord, Yahweh, wilt thou destroy all the residual of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem? And then said he unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceedingly great, and the land is full of blood, and the city full of perverseness. For they say, Yahweh hath forsaken the earth, and Yahweh seeth not. As for me, also my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense their way upon their head.
So the Lord is getting ready to send mad violence, man, from and it's going to be in so many different ways. You have the men of the Lord out there that's going to have that download, those new bodies and spiritual powers. You're going to have the left hand, the evil angels that are spoken about. I think that's what, Psalm 78. You'll have different apparitions. All right, I just watched that Cabin in the Wood, man. That's a heavy movie, man. That's a heavy movie, man. Yeah, and he gonna release all that all them apparitions and all that wickedness, man. You know, you gotta watch it, brother.
Okay.
I included it in a lesson today.
It's on Prime.
I don't know what it's on, but it's on. Yes.
Okay, yeah, shit.
But anyway, hey, with that, we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
Wa ababa ball.
Ababa ball.
Turn those machines
Yeah.
Sell those and sell.
Yeah, it's a must see.